Discipline is the biggest unknown secret that only the hyper successful entrepreneurs talk about. Trust me, I should know, because as a 130-pound kid that was broke, I was always looking for the motivation to be great, when in reality, the truth was hidden in the discipline that I lacked. That's why today, I'm going to be discussing the secret behind every truly successful person's achievements in this world: discipline. Because I want you and whoever else that comes across this video to actually stop wasting their time and start chasing their goals. And I'm going to do this by deep diving into why discipline is the only actual way you will be successful. So you can finally understand how to truly achieve the life you've always wanted and make your dreams turn into a reality. Now, to actually validate me being the person to even give you an ounce of knowledge on what discipline means or how to actually achieve it, I have to tell you my story and how I achieved discipline and show you how you can too. Because not too long ago, I was at a point where I was at zero. No clients, no money, no sense of a direction, just a huge desire to make something really big for myself, but no real idea on how to actually achieve that. Although even before I got a sense of direction or even learned what it was that I wanted to do, I did have discipline. And that's ultimately what led me into creating anything that I have created today. Not luck, not skill, just constant consistency every single day and a huge will to just not give up and put in the work every single day. Now, for me, this all started with the gym. Currently, I weigh 180 pounds. I work out very frequently. I do jujitsu. I'm a very active person. I'm relatively strong. I can bench 2 plates. I work out, but I wasn't always like this. This is truly where discipline started to begin for me. At one point, I was a 130-pound kid that thought it was physically impossible for me to gain weight. I was skinny. I was scrawny. I was pretty insecure in myself and my body. And I completely lacked discipline at absolutely fundamental and rudimentary point. I had no idea or no basis or no direction of what discipline was or what it meant. And after about 1 year of complete hell, I was able to notice small results and get myself to a point where I was 130 pounds and I got myself to 150. Once I, of course, got myself to that 150-pound mark, I understood discipline and I learned how to use it to my advantage. Hence why I got myself to 180 pounds. But at this point, I was still completely broke. I still had no sense of direction and I was still pretty miserable with my life. Yes, I had a great transformation with my body and I was very happy with it. I was much more confident. I was secure in myself. I felt strong. I knew that I had achieved something, even though at the time it didn't seem like it was something too great or substantial. But what I truly learned in the process that ended up creating every single thing that I have today is discipline. Ultimately, when it came to the goal that I now needed to make money for myself and actually secure a career for myself and didn't want to be working an hourly wage for the rest of my life, I went through a journey of repeating the exact same thing I did with the gym to business. I did outreach every single day. I was studying nonstop every single day. And after around 5 to 6 months, I eventually did get my first client. And then the rest was history. 1 turned into 2, 2 turned into 3, and who knows what's to come now. And if you're actually wondering what I mean when I say I got a client and what I'm actually doing, go watch my video on how I make 10K a month. It'll explain everything I do to see if you even want to do that for yourself. And also, I know it sounds easy when I say after 5 months of really hard work, I eventually got my first client and then started building from there. All the setbacks were still relevant. Before then, I had tried 5 failed businesses. And if it wasn't for my discipline and my constant desire to just not give up and keep going, I probably never would have stumbled upon the business that actually ended up working for me. So as it was the business that worked for me, it still at its root was entirely because of the discipline. So because most of the people that are watching this are specifically trying to learn discipline for the use of making money and business in general, I want to talk about the power of discipline when it comes to business. Discipline is the bedrock of business success. In business, success isn't a result of occasional outbursts of effort. It's the result of small, consistent actions every single day that eventually lead up to one entire beautiful portrait. Discipline ultimately is going to keep you on track when motivation fades, especially. You also have to understand motivation is not real. Motivation can give you that small burst of energy that I talked about and make a very micro change in the macro. But ultimately, every single amount of motivation you ever have will die. It will run out. You're always going to go through a big enough hurdle that eventually that motivation is absolutely going to fucking tank, and discipline is going to have to save the day. I can't tell you myself how many times I have not wanted to do the thing that I've had to do, whether how monotonous the task is, but your ability to stick through it, your ability to go to the gym on that day that you're still tired, to continue and to push through that barrier is evidently going to be the entire key to any success you ever get. Discipline also ties in very much with time management. With true discipline, you master time. You're able to focus on what matters, avoid distractions, and ultimately create a schedule that works for you. And if you're truly disciplined on one major goal, You're going to structure everything around that major goal. So you're automatically going to prioritize your day around the thing that you need to do most, ultimately getting you further in the game. It's also, not to mention, one of the biggest tools that anyone could ever use to overcome setbacks. You see, discipline isn't about avoiding failure. It's about how you respond to failure. Instead of giving up when things get tough, discipline pushes you to adapt, improve, and keep moving forward. Now, if you don't already know from what you've already watched of this video, discipline is the key to achieving anything in life. It's the universal key to success. Whether you want to start a business, get in shape, learn a skill, get financially free, it all starts with discipline. Discipline overcomes short-term pleasure. If you don't have a true grounding in discipline, anytime you get a very micro or small win in life, you're going to get very clouded and feel a lot of entitlement towards that win. Discipline's going to make sure that you don't get distracted from your short-term rewards. It's going to keep you locked in on that long-term goal that you want and give you the ability to completely ignore immediate gratification, because that is going to be the thing that will kill you in the process of noticing small results and completely changing your life. Not to mention, discipline will build you the habits that you need to win. Every success I've had in business, whether it's micro or macro, a huge percentage of it came down to developing the right habits. As an entrepreneur, there's many things that you're going to have to do every single day, no matter what, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I have to track metrics every single day. I have to check revenue numbers every single day. I have to reply to emails every single day. Those are non-negotiables that you're just going to have to do. And if you're a very undisciplined person or someone that can easily get off the track and get side railed, those little tasks are going to add up and ultimately keep you from not being the person that you want to be and the businessman that you want to be and the businessman that can be capable of achieving amazing things. On top of giving you the actual keys to achieve anything in life, it's going to absolutely develop your personal growth. As much as discipline is about mindset, it's also equally about action. It teaches you to be resilient, to push through when it gets tough, and to hold yourself accountable. It'll be the key in you becoming the best version of you within yourself. And you won't just improve in business, you'll improve in every area of life. Family, relationships, health. Ultimately, it'll turn you into the person and the leader that will be able to lead by example. The more disciplined you become, the more resilient you become, the stronger of a human you begin to develop into. More people will start to notice, and you'll start to inspire those around you. So if you're having struggles in being disciplined for yourself, think about the people around you and how much you want it to impact them, and actually be that example, be that role model that they can learn from. Now let's go over some really practical tips that you can use to develop a strong sense of discipline in your life. Look, start small. Discipline doesn't happen overnight. Start with small tasks and create a habit of doing those small tasks daily, no matter what, consistently over a long period of time. And really stack up those small wins and those small habits before you start taking on bigger challenges in life. This can literally be something so simple. It can be a 20-minute workout that you start with every single day if you're someone that already doesn't work out. It could be 5 pieces of outreach every single day. Just build the habits. The habits is truly what's going to get you there and give you the ability to cross the finish line. Also, start taking accountability. Really start holding yourself accountable for every single day that you miss, that you told yourself you weren't going to miss. And if you can't do that, find someone who will hold you accountable. Whether it's a friend, a mentor, or a coach, you holding yourself accountable to that task over a long period of time and building those key habits and laying that foundation for yourself is so vital to the growth of you as an entrepreneur and as a human in general that if you don't do it, you might as well not try. Along with accountability, track your progress. Whether it's in business or it's in personal growth, track your progress every single day. Seeing your growth will keep you motivated no matter what. And looking back over a long period of time, you are going to see that small increment of growth and that slow incline that will lead you to the new place that you are. Another thing you can do, start using time management tools. This goes especially for the people that are truly addicted to your phone and apps and scrolling, and your entire dopamine receptors are just fried. Start using calendars, planners, routine apps. Start tracking your day and start setting time for each task that you have to commit for each day. Be organized. Clean your room. And I know you might be watching this saying, what the fuck is this guy saying? He's telling me to clean my room when I want to build discipline. There's a reason that 90% of every single entrepreneur on earth does this. And it's because your environment is your mind. Outflow equals inflow. If you are in a messy, cluttered environment, that is very much going to reflect in your mind and in your business. Anything you put out will come back in. So remember that. Now let's talk about how discipline helps you achieve financial freedom. When I was going through my journey of entrepreneurship and I was getting to the point where I could make 10K in a single month, it didn't just happen overnight. I didn't just wake up with 10K sitting in my account. I had to build systems. I had to learn marketing. I had to manage my time. I had to consistently deliver results. And while I explain this over a 30-second clip in the video, in reality, it took over a year just to learn these vital skills. And for other entrepreneurs, it takes way longer than 1 year. Sometimes it'll take 5, 10 years just to figure things out. Ultimately, there was probably 5,000 times that I could have quit during that entire process. And if I didn't even have enough motivation, I wouldn't have got started. But if I didn't have discipline, I wouldn't have made it past the first day. And besides the money, I promise you, you will achieve freedom through discipline. The ultimate payoff of learning the skill isn't just financial success. It's the true freedom to live life on your own terms. It's going to give you the freedom that you want to create any life for yourself that you desire. And ultimately, it's going to allow you to be any type of person you want to be. If you have a true sense of discipline, you will be able to achieve anything in life. This one skill can literally give you the ability to move mountains if you will it. It's just about how hard you're willing to work to truly achieve that skill. At the end of the day, the most rewarding skills in life come through the biggest amounts of perseverance and time. Now look, if you're watching this video, I want you to start today. Whether you're watching this right now and you're saying, okay, I actually have no sense of discipline at all, or if you're watching this and you're saying, I'm not as disciplined as I should be, take that first step now. Start making the change now and truly set that goal for yourself right after watching this video and make a promise to yourself that you will not quit this time. And remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. And don't take anything I'm saying lightly. Remember, you have the potential to be great. You have the power to achieve anything, no matter who you are. All you need to do is put in the work every single day, whether it's big or small, and slowly start the process of becoming that person. Remember, discipline is power. When you master it, you unlock the ability to achieve anything you set your mind to. And I believe you could do it the same way I knew I could do it. And I did. And I am living proof that this theory is true. So if you're watching this, start today. No more wasted time, no more wasted minutes, no more delaying it. Start right now, start after this video, and completely watch your life change before you. Now, obviously, this is very early into the channel, so I'm not even sure if anyone is watching this. But if you are, leave a comment below and let me know what it is you're struggling with, and I'll personally message you and see how I can help. All right, so if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Remember, discipline is power, and keep pushing.